What are you sick of trying to explain to people? Nothing is wrong, I'm just quiet. Just because I said it's true doesn't mean I like that it's true. That I do not speak to my mother or any family. It doesn't matter that she is my mother, she is a nasty person and sadly, the rest of my family is too. ETA, to the few negative comments about this, just because people are related to you, it does not mean you need to put up with them, and being family means fuck all. Your own family can be incredibly abusive and toxic like mine are, and there's nothing wrong with cutting them off. You don't have to understand someone's hobby to just accept that they enjoy it. As long as it's not hurting anyone, let them have fun. Legal does not equal moral. Moral does not equal legal. Example, yes, I agree that the executor of the estate should notify you of what's going on with Graham's estate. Yes, I understand being left in the cold sucks. No, I cannot do anything about it, because while shitty, it is not illegal. There is no law against being an asshole. I work for a credit card company, and the fact that I have to explain to people who have credit cards and have had credit cards for over 10 years how interest works is terrifying. The other thing is telling people that I don't drink. People seem to have a hard time understanding that some people just don't drink and that some people have alcohol problems and don't want to go into a long explanation as to why they don't. Awareness does not mean acceptance. It never has and it never will. That being depressed isn't necessarily about lying in bed all day. That free speech doesn't mean there are no consequences for what you say. It just means that the government can't dole out those consequences. Your friends, family, employer, school and the public at large have every right to not want to associate with you. Read the goddamned error messages. Bisexual is not synonymous to nymphomaniac. It's okay to let people live their lives even if you don't agree with them. I can't whistle or burp on purpose, and yes, I have in fact tried for hours and hours throughout my life. You think you're suddenly going to be Whistle Teacher of Year and crack the uncrackable code that is my whistle learning disability with just put your lips together and blow. Wanting others to have a better life than we had should be the goal, and forcing hardships on others simply because you had to endure it is a really shitty way to live your life. Yes, I wear a helmet when I ride my motorcycle when people see me in all my gear minus my helmet because I leave it on my bike. The all gear thing should be pretty obvious. That I, a woman, don't want children. People either think you're lying or you'll grow out of it. That my tattoos don't have to have a big meaning. I liked them back then and I like them now. Only reason I got them was cause I thought they looked cool. Why it's okay to go no contact with toxic family members. That mRNA vaccines do not change your DNA. That homeopathy does not work beyond the placebo effect. The mask goes over your nose. The president doesn't control the economy. The stock market is not the economy. That their MLM business is a pyramid scheme. Some health issues are not visible. Chronic fatigue is real. That girls don't pee out of their vaginas. I've had this conversation with girls, boys and grown-ass men. We have a separate hole. Edit, wow, I did not expect my post to blow up like this overnight. To answer a couple of the questions I've got, I censored the word vagina because I wasn't sure I was allowed it here in this subreddit. I didn't want my post to get taken down. I'm pretty new to Reddit and I'm still getting used to all of the rules in the different subreddits. Also, the number of guys and girls on here that weren't taught this as health class is astounding. I agree that children should always be taught these things, and it's comforting to see so many parents who are teaching their children the correct words and ways in which their bodies work. How to sell things online or in an antique mall. I'm relatively successful selling on Etsy and in person, and it's a hell of a lot of work. People ask me how I do it and I could talk till I'm blue in the face and they'll list 10 crappy things which will never sell, like Norman Rockwell collector plates, and complain they never sell anything like it's my fault. Or they'll get a booth and put those damn plates in and never ever make their rent and ask me how to make it better and then not do anything I told them to. Funny how these people are always victims. I tried but it didn't work. No, you didn't try. Not even close. I'm just sick of them asking me for advice and then not doing anything I told them. Like, why ask? Edit, thanks for the award, kind stranger. That being autistic doesn't mean I'm slow or mentally challenged. Revenue equals profit. I'm tired of having to explain that I'm not a conservative, racist, Nazi, or Trump supporter anytime I have a critique on anything on the left. Lifelong Democrat here. Bisexual atheist who's in an interracial marriage. But in 2015, which for me is when this started going way too far, I'd say I didn't like Hillary Clinton and they'd immediately start slinging turds at me and call me a Trump supporter. Nowadays it's so bad and gotten so much worse, I find myself prefacing my criticisms with the "I don't like Trump" disclaimer first, and it's exhausting. Example: I don't like Trump, but I have serious issues with Biden's track record, particularly his 1994 crime bill and that he voted yes to invade Iraq in 2002. I'm sick of doing this. That your anecdotal experience is not fact, you don't know everyone, so save the generalizations for the toilet. I had to learn this myself at one point too. It's hard to win an argument with a smart person, but it's damn near impossible to win an argument with a stupid person. I'm always telling this to an idiot, they get mad, I don't think I gotta explain anymore. You can enjoy a game without winning, and you can win but still not enjoy the game. Would've, could've, should've equals wrong. The contractions for would've, could've, should've equals correct. Basic scientific concepts. Thankfully, not basic medical stuff anymore, but seriously. What the fuck happened to everyone's education? I've literally had to explain planets, mass and gravity before. Not just that, but that water and air currents exist, that the sun is a product of fusion and that not all monkeys are the same species. All conversations I've had before. It's like everyone just skipped science from 11 onwards. Being childfree. Some people just think that I'll change my mind. Why basic empathy for other humans is good. That there is still so much stigma towards mental illness. Especially mood disorders and those that are deemed fucked up enough to sensationalize through film and television. It really affects those of us who are just trying to be okay, not harm others, and not harm ourselves. The difference between weather and climate. I have depression. It's a chemical imbalance in my brain. No amount of thinking happy thoughts is going to fix that. Also, because I'm doing better right now doesn't mean I can stop taking meds. Does a diabetic stop taking insulin because their blood sugar is under control right this minute? That working remotely doesn't mean I'm fucking around and watching YouTube all day. I've got a lot of shit to do. Being at home means the work is still hard, but the environment isn't a sad, depressing gray office. Also, sometimes I fuck around and watch YouTube, but I did that in the office too. I still get my work done. That I'm not an introvert for not wanting to go to family gathering. No, Mom, it's because they're constantly being annoying. Doctors are not all-knowing gods. If you have a specific medical issue, listen to them, but also do your research while being skeptical of everything. That us dads are 100% equal and as competent parents as mums. No, we're not babysitting when we're with our own children. Yes, we've got parental instincts and they manifest in different ways than women's instincts sometimes. We're also equally imperfect to mums and don't always get it right. The difference between intentions and actions. I didn't mean to chop your leg off, so I'm off the hook, right? The fact that I love exercising and going to the gym doesn't mean that I have to be in perfect shape every goddamn time. Yes, Brenda, I have fat, so what? Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I'm Chinese. I may be smart and I may be able to get a super good job and everything. But I like what I do. I like making food. I like having a business. I like what I do. Just because I don't have a college education doesn't mean I'm a fucking degenerate. You're working for people after paying thousands of dollars and being in debt. People are working for me after I spent a few $1,000s and I am no longer in debt. I have a very raspy, breathy voice. It is caused by having a paralyzed vocal cord. Random people like to ask me if I am sick or tell me to drink honey tea or some other shit. Luckily this annoyance was more common when I worked in retail, but I still get it from time to time. For the past year I have actually told people the truth about why I sound this way and they feel bad for asking. I am lactose intolerant. I still love cheese even though it makes me sick. But I have to draw the line at anything creamy. That just goes right through me. I will projectile vomit within moments. Same with onions. If there are onions in my food I will projectile vomit or have explosive diarrhea. I am not picky eater, my stomach is. You can still get a sunburn on a cloudy day or in the winter. Melanoma sucks. Trust me. Why I have no desire for a relationship or children.